to the last 20 pages of Gary Vaynerchuk's book, Crushing It. Different change of scenery today. Out here is my favorite meditation spot. It's a little nipply out today. My phone lied to me and said it was going to be 70 degrees, but it's about 40 degrees. But it's still nice out. I'm still wearing a sweater, so we're all good. This is my favorite meditation place. It's a lot more beautiful out in the summertime. I'm out in rural land, Illinois, and there's like nothing out here, nothing really pretty, no good sightseeing places. But this is one of the best places for me because I love meditating here. It's very peaceful, and I think this is a great place to record the last video. It's nice showing you guys one of my favorite places. You'll be seeing me here a lot more often this summertime. But let's get right into today's points. We got about 4 points to cover today. I did write it down on my notebook, so I'm not going to forget them. And I don't have to turn around to look at a whiteboard. So guys, the first point, we're going to go into John Lee Dumas' story. We're not going to go too in depth with it, to be honest with you. If I were you, buy the book and read it, because you're going to pick up some good stuff out of it. But he is the founder of EntrepreneurOnFire. You might have heard of it. It's a podcast online where he pretty much interviews a bunch of entrepreneurs and pretty much gets their insights out of it and provides value to society that way. Now, John, whenever he first started his career, he was in the army, and he didn't really, like, after the army, he didn't really he found like a white collar job, and he didn't like that life. It was super disappointing and miserable to him, and he saw a greater picture to life. So what he did do was he decided to pursue a podcasting career. This was early 2012, whenever podcasting and pretty much social media was just on the rise, and he pretty much took advantage of podcasting and eventually built this huge interviewing series through social media. And now he's pretty much interviewed a lot of super wealthy, smart individuals that have made a killing through social media. And Gary Vaynerchuk is actually one of them that he did interview. Now, whenever he did this podcast, he was thinking about doing YouTube, but he thought podcasts would be a lot more entertaining, a lot more interesting, at least for his sake. And this is why we want to mention, or why I want to mention, with those 7 pillars that I mentioned in the last video, take your time using any of those pillars and try them out and see what works best for you. Now, since this was 2012 and he did get super famous and popular off of podcasts, a lot of people come up to him and said, "Oh, you just got lucky because you got a land grab," meaning that he was first to the scene and that's why he made a huge killing out of it. Now, though that may be true, that is not solely what based his success. And even if it is, with land grabs, as I mentioned in previous videos, stay up to date with current trends. As things are going forward, make sure to hop on those trends and see what other people are doing, or see what your audience is doing, so you follow along with them and see how to engage with them through different platforms. Now, going off of that, we're going to go into the second point, which is called Voice First. Now, this is technically the 8th platform, the 8th pillar in all of the platforms that we've listed. I did say there's only 7, but after reading a little bit more, I think this should be an 8th pillar because it's super crucial. So what is Voice First? Voice First is pretty much, look at Amazon Echo, the Amazon Alexa, and what's the other one? The Google Home device, or whatever it is. People are simply talking to a device and getting their information out of it that way. Instead of actually having to read or anything like that, they're getting information just speaking to a machine. Now, this is super crucial because people are trying to how do I say this? They're pretty much trying to shorten time, in a sense, since everyone's just so busy nowadays. They don't have time to even look at their phones. They like things instantly. So that's why Amazon Echo, or whatever, Alexa and Google Home, I don't use it, so I don't even know what the hell they're called. But using those things, they pretty much shorten time. Instead of looking at their phone, they easily just ask a question to this machine and it responds instantly back. Now, the benefit of this for you is whenever you're creating your brand, there's people that like to get their knowledge, their news in the day by asking that machine, like, hey, what's the news for today? Give me the reel of whatever. Whenever they ask these questions, now think about it this way. If you had your brand on there and you were providing value, they can just ask, like, hey, like for example, 20 pages. Hey, what's today's episode about in 20 pages? And boom, it brings up a little reel of what I say in about a minute time span, a minute to 2 minute time span, and they get the whole reel of the whole episode within that short time frame. And then, if I want them to, I can direct them by asking them to go to YouTube to get the whole video. That is why it's super crucial to pretty much be focusing on voice first. It's some super, super cool stuff. I personally have not worked with it yet, but I'm actually really interested to check it out and see what it's all about, because I want to get on that train before it's already off and gone, just like Bitcoin. Now, going with that voice first thing, you don't want to copy and paste your content from different platforms. As I've been mentioning before, you do that, you're losing your authenticity, you're not being original. Make sure you're making content originally just for that platform. Now, going on to the third point, we have keep playing offense. A lot of us are playing defense and pretty much trying to, stay conservative and stay within ourselves and not really reach out too far. But you want to play offense. The reason why is because there's so much opportunities out there. You want to take advantage of it. You want to keep looking out there. You want to keep attacking things. You want to keep killing. Because if you don't, you're going to get left behind, as I always say. So don't get left behind. Keep focusing on what's going on in today's day and age. See what people are doing in today's day. Focus on what the audience is doing. See what their interests are, and keep following along with them. Now going on to part 4. This one's probably going to be one of my favorites because I've been following this guy religiously for the past like 2 or 3 years, and this guy is the fucking man. This guy is the MF CEO, Andy Frisella. This guy is a mean killing machine. He is awesome. He has great content always. But the reason why I bring him up is because he has a little story at the very end. I'm not going to go in too much depth with it, but he did mention that he did create a supplement store company, and at first it took him a lot to pretty much to become a very successful business. But the way he authenticized himself and made his brand stand out with his co-partner Chris, the way he did that was he gave an awesome customer experience. He did things that no one else did. He stopped selling to people and started relating with people. He started being awesome. He started connecting with people. He started building relationships. And that's what it's all about. You want to keep building relationship, guys. That is so key whenever you're building your brand, building your business. Because if you're just building these fake, phony relationships just to get some money, you're not going to make it, man. The path is down there. You're not going to make it. Just leave. That's why you want to keep building strong relationships. They'll help you out. You'll help them out. It's a mutual thing. There's no way you can go wrong with it. Now, for example, something that really stood out for me, which I thought was so incredible for Andy, what he did was, now, for his stores, he left like a bunch of umbrellas at the door just in case it started raining when customers are inside and they had to go outside to their car. He gave them umbrellas. He's just like, hey man, it's raining out there, here's an umbrella. That's fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like, who thinks of that? No one. Except for Andy or Chris. I don't know which one of them two thought of it, or even their employees, but still, they thought of it and they decided to do that little thing to impress their customers, to get them to come back. That's incredible. Andy Frisella is the fucking man, and I'm gonna say that because he's blunt, and that's why I'm gonna be blunt too. He says the F word like crazy in his podcast, his videos, and honestly, it strikes you. It really touches you because it's just like, oh shit, man, he's talking deep truth. But guys, that is it. That is it for the last 20 pages. There was so much good content in this book. It is amazing. Basic premise of this book is go out there, go crush your dreams, go do what you've always wanted to do. Don't hold back.
Just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
And if you want to learn more about it, buy the book. You'll read a lot more in depth of the information and content that's inside it, and you're going to grow and be better than you've been before you even read this book. Now guys, I do want to mention the next book that we're doing. It is Timothy Sharko's Our Turn to Lead. The reason why we're doing this book is because Timothy has reached out to me. Actually, I reached out to him, I should say, and he's helped me pretty much try to get a job in the financial industry. Although I haven't gotten a job in the financial industry, he helped me immensely on how to even look for a job. And I think the right way to repay him is by doing 20 pages on his book. It is a financial book. That is what I wanted to mention to you guys. If you guys aren't really finance literate or don't really care for it, tune out maybe, come back next week, and recap the videos that we have going on right now. We got the law of attraction, we got crushing it. But stay tuned, guys. There's going to be still a lot of good content. Now, from what I've learned from this book is it's pretty much going to be why it's the millennials' turn to lead in the financial industry. So I'm curious to know what this book is about. It's not really about the premise of what 20 pages is, but we'll give it a try. We'll see what it's all about. That is all I have for you guys today. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. And please, subscribe on YouTube, guys. You guys are incredible. You guys are awesome. Have a great Easter weekend. If you guys don't celebrate Easter, have a great weekend. Take care. I'll be back with you guys on Monday. Maybe even sooner if I have the knack to make a video. But be awesome, guys, and take care.